So Matt, you and I are back here again. We're taking a look at another really good Japanese game. 2017, what the hell is up with that?
I have no idea. Everything in terms of Japanese development, if you're a buff of Japanese games, 2017 has been a fantastic year so far.
Exactly, so we're here today to take a look at Nioh, the next game by Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja. And this game's kind of been kicking around for the last 10 years or so?
It's had quite a long development cycle, almost Duke Nukem tier.
Well, let's not talk about it and compare this to that, because here, Nioh is this great action game, probably one of the best of the year so far.
Yeah, it's a very cohesive and rewarding and incredible experience. Everything is just so sound.
So I think kind of the thing that I really dig about this is, well, the combat. So it has its roots in, and we can't not talk about this, it has its roots in Dark Souls, but if you go into thinking this is a Dark Souls clone, don't think of it like that, because that is the wrong way of thinking about it. Instead, think of it as a Souls game with elements of, say, Ninja Gaiden or Onimusha. Basically, there's depth to the combat, there's technique, there's a little bit more to it that's really cool.
I will agree and disagree with you a little bit there. Like I said, the comparisons that I've noticed of, very much Ninja Gaiden is a definite influence there. Onimusha as well, aesthetically. But when it comes to everyone's just throwing out Dark Souls comparison or Dark Souls clone. Kind of disagree. I feel it's a little bit more in the sense of Bloodborne, the way the mechanics work, where it rewards aggressive and persistent play rather than being careful, but in a different sense. Where the way the stamina management works in this game is that you want to whittle down your opponent's stamina and a lot more meter management in order to provide critical hits and be like that, rather than Dark Souls, where it's more about your positioning, your geographical position. It plays a little bit differently in that regard.
Yeah, and I love that. It's refreshing. It's challenging. It's very challenging.
Also, it offers an identity of its own as well.
Exactly, and it's more than just that as well. Like, you have the game's mission based. That's kind of neat.
Helps with a lot of summoning multiplayer friends as well. So instead of having one particular person who may be overpowered with crazy equipment, and you need to summon one of your friends who might be a little bit weak over, instead of having this massive persistent world where everything is scaled, you have really neat kind of bite-sized missions instead.
Yeah, and it's actually really cool and interesting, and not to mention the fact that the game opens with like, hey, do you want to play this game in 60 frames or 30 frames with better graphics? Like, that's cool. I like that.
So if you're a buff of if you like your particle effects a little bit more or a better resolution, then you can go with that. I just love how this game gives you the choice. Like, I always like to play in 60 frames because being silly about it. But I just love how the game gives you that sense of choice, that sense of freedom and individuality right at the start.
We like this, don't we?
We love this. As far as 2017 goes, it's been crazy. And Nioh is definitely, we are spending way too much time on this game. I guess that's a pretty ringing endorsement, isn't it?
Yeah, go check it out. It is amazing.